We're here in Sedona, Arizona to test drive the new Range Rover and Range Rover Sport. They look the same, but under the hood is something new. Diesel, now available in North America. A lot of the competitors with Range Rover, the German manufacturers, do have diesel in the marketplace, and in other parts of the world, these vehicles sell predominantly with diesels under the hood. So now they're available here in North America. We're going to take these very capable off-road vehicles off-road and have some fun, but also find out more about why this diesel might be the one that you want to buy.
We've been fighting to try and get diesel in the United States for ages, and clearly in Canada, diesel is a really high proportion of the marketplace. So for North America, diesel makes complete sense. We didn't have the technology to be able to introduce it until now, and now we do have that technology, and we have really class-leading engines that we've had on sale in Europe for years that we now have the technology to bring them to North America. 32% better fuel economy, US measure to US measure, probably a similar improvement in Canada as well.
I would assume that a lot of people in Canada are really looking at this for its all-weather capability, right?
They really are. I mean, so everything that makes this vehicle as capable as it is off-road, like we're looking at it today, makes the vehicle equally capable on-road and safe as well.
Yeah, for snow. So, you know, like I know in the market that I live in, this is a prestige product. It's not really used for this. So, I mean, we joked on the way here that we really should have had an obstacle course in a shopping mall. It would be a little bit more realistic for what people are using this truck for.
Well, this really, showcases the breadth of capability of what the what the vehicles are, and really what what the Land Rover brand really is.
Right.
So this is kind of the other side of the vehicle, if you will.
So what are we driving in now?
So right now, we're in. We've selected drive with the transmission. Letting the transmission pick and choose the best gear for the situation that it's in. We are in low range, right? So using that 2-speed transfer case to our advantage, get a little bit more power, a little bit more torque at these slower speeds. And with the terrain response settings, we really let auto do its job at this point. So it can pick and choose really the best, and maybe even blend some of those terrain response settings to maximize our performance while we're out here.
So is that what you tell people? Is that it's such a logical vehicle, just let it do its own thing?
For the most part, and then as we get into something that's a little bit more defined, as the terrain becomes a little bit more specified, if you will, right, then we have the ability with terrain response to tell the vehicle to pick one of those. Hey, here's what I'd like you to do, right? So we'll get to use the rock crawl setting just a little bit further down the trail.
Now, the Range Rover and the Range Rover Sport obviously are amazing off-road. The low-speed capability to climb over rocks, all of that actually is benefited with having this new 3-liter diesel engine, because you get wonderful low-end torque. Maximum torque comes on at 1,750 RPM. So that's 440 pound-feet. That's quite amazing, and actually a real leader in the industry when you compare it to other SUVs of this size. Now, only 253 horsepower, but torque is what you use all the time, getting away from a traffic light, and towing is another reason why you might want a diesel. Over 7,700 pounds of towing capability with the diesel in the Range Rover and the Range Rover Sport. And it's no slouch either. It can make a run to 60 miles an hour in 7.1 seconds. But probably one of the main reasons why somebody would want this vehicle is because of fuel economy. You're going to get 10.5 liters per 100 kilometers in the city and 8 liters on the highway. And we've had this truck now for 2 days driving here in Arizona. Yesterday we drove the Sport up from Phoenix to Sedona, and just about 10 liters per 100 kilometers was our average, and granted we were doing maybe a little bit over the speed limit. So that's pretty good real-world fuel economy. And as a diesel owner, I can attest to the fact that it really is a wonderful combination to have diesel in a large vehicle. All right, now the other thing that you have to think about with Land Rover, Range Rover, they're a bit late to the party with this technology. All of the major competitors, the German competition, have diesel products in their large SUVs, and now Range Rover does, so it's good to see that it's available. And I think in the Canadian market, there's going to be a lot of people that might consider this vehicle because it does have diesel. Now, also getting to spend a couple of days behind the wheel, a few things bubble up to the top that I'm not really crazy about. First of all, there's not a lot of storage. This is a big truck. In the driver's compartment here, there's not a lot of storage. You've got 2 big cup holders in the center console, but nowhere really to place your phone. Sure, you've got storage in the armrest here, but that's not always convenient. You have a water bottle. There's nowhere to put it in the door. So these are small things that you could definitely improve on. My sunglasses, I've got them stuck in the door handle here. So even though it's a big vehicle, I think that it could be improved in terms of cubby holes and places to put things. A big selling feature for a lot of people that have these vehicles, once they've owned them, they love them. And one of the main reasons is this seating position. You sit up high, you have this commanding view down the road, you can see all the corners, makes it easy to park and maneuver. Even though it's a big vehicle, it feels smaller because you can see the edges of it. So a lot of people, especially smaller people, really like these vehicles because you sit up high and you can see the road in front of you. It's called command seating position, and it certainly fits the bill. The Range Rover Sport with the new TD6 diesel engine starts at the HSE trim and is a $1,500 premium over the gasoline version. The starting price is $82,990. And the only other trim that it's available on is the HST LE, and that starts at $90,990. If you want a full-size Range Rover with a diesel engine, it's only available with the base HSE for $108,490. Well, it's been a lot of fun here in Arizona getting to drive the Range Rover and Range Rover Sport diesel. In Canada, we know that diesels really are the perfect match for a large SUV. Gives you the torque you need to move a big vehicle like this and the efficiency that people are demanding. And it really works, especially if you like to do any kind of off-roading with your Range Rover. That low-end torque that comes on at 1,750 RPM really makes a difference. If it was me, this is the one I'd get. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe. If you'd like to watch a video blog all about the new Range Rover and Range Rover Sport diesel, plus the Jaguar XF, click the picture on the left.